Welcome to NTR Takeout, more Tic Tac Jumbo. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it.
Racist, sexist, anti-gay. Donald Trump, go away. Racist, sexist, anti-gay. Donald Trump, go away. Racist, sexist, anti-gay. Donald Trump, go away. Racist, anti-gay. Donald
Interesting.
Are you looking forward to an easier time in Congress under the Trump administration? What's something you're looking forward to, I would say?
You know, here's one thing I would like to point out. They've attacked me continuously, called me radical fringe extremists. You know what they found out today? President Trump will have over 5 million of the popular vote ahead of Kamala Harris. He will, by the time this is done, likely have 312 electoral college votes. The message that was shot across the bow is, guess what? The American people, the voters that voted for Trump overwhelmingly, they are MTG. MTG is not radical or extreme. She's mainstream America, and I am very much looking forward to working in an administration that is on that level. And we have to get it done. We made a lot of big promises on the campaign trail, and now we have to deliver.
Blue states to really take the fight to the Trump administration in the legal system, where we have seen success in the past during the first 4 years. And Pritzker is now shoring up resources for that fight. So as always, comment below your thoughts, spread the word.
Nobody's talking about the fact that by 2026, scientists have to determine if they have to shave off 1 second up to 60 seconds of universal time. Within the past 24 hours, scientists have determined that the polar ice is melting so quickly that it's literally changing the Earth's rotation and it's messing with time itself. Now, when I speak of time, I'm talking about the Universal Coordinated Time System. That means wherever you are in the world, everyone has to abide by the Universal Time Coordinated System. To put it in the simplest terms possible, the Earth's core is slowing down, which is calling the exterior of the Earth, which we live on, to actually maintain and speed up at the same time. They're basically saying that scientists have done so much to the Earth with climate change and digging and looking for fossil fuels that the Earth is actually speeding up, and we may have to shave off a second of time. Now, you're probably thinking, how is that a bad thing? Because we have to shave off a possible 1 second or milliseconds to a minute of time by 2026, this is going to cause all electronics to have to be reconfigured. Everything that we use now, from computers to cell phones, every and anything you can think of that is electronic, is precisely configured right down to the second. So if they have to shave off even a millisecond, even 1 second or 60 seconds worth of time, that's going to throw off everything that the Universal Time Coordinated goes by. Right now, scientists really don't know why this is happening, but they're going to have a huge meeting in the year of 2026 to determine how much of time they're actually going to shave off.
And again, the FBI has officially filed murder for hire charges against a member of Iran's Revolutionary Guard and at least 2 others in the thwarted Iranian plot to assassinate Donald Trump. NBC News Justice and Intelligence correspondent Ken Delanian joins us. Ken, I guess it's hard to imagine them actually arresting this person or persons, but this opens up other possibilities.
Yeah, Andrew, well, they have two men in custody who they say were the American operatives hired by this Iranian intelligence operative who is in Iran, they say. But what's interesting about this whole thing is that the reason they know that this plot was targeting Donald Trump is because the Iranian operative actually engaged in voluntary telephone interviews with the FBI from Iran and explained the plot. He was trying to get a reduced sentence for another unnamed defendant who is in prison in the United States. But that is how they know that this was a murder for hire plot directed at Donald Trump. And these people, this group was also targeting a prominent Iranian-American journalist and dissident who's been the subject of previous murder for hire plots in New York City. But now these two men are in custody and charged with murder for hire and related charges. And as you said, this Iranian operative is in Iran and presumably out of reach of the U.S. justice system. But it's just another striking example of what the U.S. government says are ongoing plots sponsored by the Iranian government to target American officials and former officials in connection with Donald Trump's ordering an operation to kill an Iranian general, Qasem Soleimani, who is the head of the Quds Force, part of the Iranian Revolutionary Guards. Not only Donald Trump, but many of the national security officials who were involved in that operation now have round-the-clock security at their homes and other places in connection with these very dangerous plots.
We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but we do know that there is a lot of discourse in Ukraine and, of course, between the Israel-Hamas war. And I am back on the side of my governor, Kathy Hochul, because she vows to protect us New Yorkers from Project 2025. We all know that Trump called Elon a super genius and said we need to protect super geniuses. But what if the real super genius is Joe Rogan? Here's the blind. This A-list podcaster wasn't supposed to reveal what the celebrity CEO told him. Now there will be all sorts of investigations. I fully believe Joe Rogan just saved the United States of America.
We have some huge breaking news coming out of Massachusetts, where Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey is saying that her state will not comply with Donald Trump's mass deportation policy. Governor Healey says that her administration will not cooperate with federal authorities looking to conduct mass deportations once Donald Trump takes office in January. She further went on to say that every tool in the toolbox has got to be used to protect our citizens, to protect our residents, and protect our states, and certainly to hold the line on democracy and the rule of law. Governor Healey has followed a number of blue state Democratic governors, including Governor Newsom and Governor Pritzker, in committing to protecting their residents, despite the fact that the Trump administration will institute policies that will aim to hurt everyday Americans. And remember, in America, the concept of federalism will ensure that states are able to protect individuals, even if the federal government will not. So Governor Healey will not cooperate with federal authorities who want to do a mass deportation.